Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. What is up, my beautiful people? It's your girl Rosabelle, and welcome. For those of you who are new here, hit that subscribe button, the follow, the like, the share, wherever you see this, wherever you're listening to this. And welcome. Welcome to my mind. Welcome to my feelings. Welcome to my space. I'm in my element. I'm in a space where I like to kick my shoes off and put my feet up, put my robe on, take my pants off, because pants are dumb, and just kick back, relax. I want to unwind from my day, unfold, and unplug. Today I brought you here, and I appreciate you being here with me because I really want to showcase Black businesses. It's Black History Month. And it's a beautiful time to circulate that Black dollar and get some new faces out here into the world. So today we will be talking all about you.
All right. That's easy.
And I definitely want to start by giving people your name and also what is your business?
So my name is Crystal Wade. I am owner stylist at Hairology House of Beauty. I specialize in just a little bit of everything: braids, natural hair, faux locks, sew-ins, quick weaves. So it's pretty versatile.
So how long have you been doing this?
Oh, wow. I have been doing hair for as long as I can remember. I started in middle school. By the time I was in high school, I had a pretty decent clientele set up.
Wow.
I was in my mama's kitchen whipping. But I just kind of went from there. It started out as a side hustle, but it was lucrative. I ended up making more money doing hair than I was in my professional field. At the time, I was a pharmacy tech. And so some things happened. Life kind of did its 1-2, and Jehovah said, that ain't your calling.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And so then I finished hair school, and I've kind of been in it full time since. It's been 10 years. 10 years life.
Full time, 10 years. Yeah. You said that job thing wasn't for you. Mm-hmm. This made it work like that. Mm-hmm. That is amazing. Well, congratulations. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I know y'all can't see her shop, but her shop is beautiful. I love this. So what's your favorite thing about being a stylist?
Oh man. Hair has always been my passion. I've always had thick, coarse hair, and people was like, they didn't want to do it. And so I started out planning my own hair. But besides doing hair, I like helping people feel better about themselves. So being able to style somebody and give them that confidence and give them that feeling of worthiness, it makes it I don't know, a blessing for both people, for me and for the person in my chair.
Aww, yes, we love it when y'all make us feel I ain't even gonna lie, we love it when y'all make us feel good. We love the entire experience. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate hearing that you enjoy making us beautiful too.
Thank you.
So you mentioned like planning your hair and stuff as a kid. What's your earliest memory of like really just doing somebody's hair, the first person's hair that you did? What's your earliest memory of that?
So I got some horror stories. But no, so like I'm gonna tell my age. I'm back in the Lil' Kim era, where the colors, the quick weaves, the ponytails, pin curl ponytails. I'm in that era of hair, and so that's what I started in: ponytails and quick weaves. And when I was a kid, I did all the colors. My mom let me live and do me, and she did not intervene. One of my trips to the hair store, but my first experience like that I can really recall that hair kind of challenged me is when I started learning how to braid. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, her name is India. She was my best friend in middle school. She was like, I want some purple braids. And I was like, yeah, girl, I can do this. Thinking that I had it ace. Man, listen, we struggled, but she rocked them little ugly braids, and she was happy to tell people I did them braids. And that started my My career in braiding. We was in Jennings Middle School. I'll never forget it.
I feel like I have so many memories of people like braiding my hair back then. You know, kids, because there's some gifted kids who was gifted enough to learn how to braid that young. It was amazing because they was your friend, and you like, I want you to braid my hair. I want you to do this. Like, yep. And we're gonna wear it proudly too. Like my friend braided my hair in gym class.
You better say it. And yes, I was. Okay.
That is amazing. I'm also happy to hear that your mom let you live. People have so much like colors, right? People are still very nervous about colors, even though it's even more common today. So it's amazing that you actually had the chance to experience with colors. Do you get to play with colors a lot these days?
Oh yeah. That's always been one of my things. I live vicariously through hair. So whereas I'm more laid back and calm now, you might see me with blue, pink, purple, red, yellow. It just depends on what day of the week it is. So my wilder side comes out in the form of hair. Hair is art to me. So I can do a number of things and use, different colors to kind of illustrate that.
So have you ever done any like hair shows?
I have not.
Okay.
I want to get into the world of hair shows. And back before COVID, we were going back and forth to Atlanta to just get the experience of going to the hair shows. But I haven't actually done one myself.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Hopefully I get to see you in one of those, especially playing with some colors. I see that'd be pretty dope to see.
Yeah.
So what is like the most challenging thing with running a business like this?
Well, there are a lot of challenges in running your own business, but I would just say staying confident and keeping the faith in that you are doing what you're meant to do, because you'll have your good days, you'll have your bad days. But if you get lost in that transition, your blessing will feel like a burden and you'll lose that passion for it. So just kind of staying open to different techniques and just staying up to date on your training and learning what the people want will keep your clientele base.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you do any teaching like at all?
I do. I offer braid classes. In the state of Ohio, you no longer have to have a cosmetology license to braid in a salon. So I give braiding classes and have them submitted through state boards so that you can legally work in a salon.
Wow, that's actually a big piece of news. Yeah, braiding, I can understand that, and I can understand why they would make that decision too. People, I just remember seeing braiding in shops for as long as I can remember, and it's usually always was one braider. Everybody else was doing the styles. I mean, other people could braid too, but you had that braider that was in the shop, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I feel like that transition of so many people going natural. That expanded the need for braiders. And so it's crazy because most braiders have been home based for as long as I can remember. We didn't go to the shop to get our braids. We went to the shop to get our silk presses and our curls and those things. So now that people don't have to do a year or 2 year program to be able to do that, it is becoming more popular in our area that braiders are in salons.
Do you think that it's more encouraging as well?
It should be. I feel like so many people look at the cosmetology field, mainly ethnic hair, as a hobby. Not a lot of people see it as a lucrative career, but it actually is. And I think the ability to teach those classes and show people the other side of hair and how lucrative it can be, and that's probably been my goal more within the last 5 years, is transitioning into teaching, and not just teaching how to braid, but teaching how to be your own business. You know what I mean? How to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because there's so much that goes into it. Learning how to file for your LLC, learning how to get a business banking account, learning, you know what I mean? Like there's so on the back end, there's so much that goes hand in hand with it. But A lot of people don't get that far into it. They booth rent and they do hair and that's all they know. But there's a whole nother side.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Now you teaching that's a twofold class right there. You teaching them how to use their hands, but you also teaching them how to use their mind too. Because keep this in mind, like you're encouraging them to let them know, yes, this is lucrative. Yes, you can do X, Y, and Z with this, and here's some steps to help you start that.
Absolutely. It's all about women empowerment for me. Coming along, like I didn't have people to hold my hand and walk me through the process of becoming a salon owner. I knew women in business, and I knew people who were a great motivation to me as far as where I wanted to be in a salon and owning a salon, but not enough people to say, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. And so it was a bit of a struggle going from just being a hairstylist to being a salon owner. And I think if more women were willing to hold people's hand through that journey, that our community would have more to benefit from.
So you don't think that it's like a lot of mentors in this area?
No.
In our community anyway?
I think our community has a lot of competition-based mentalities, and not enough, you help me, I help you.
Aww. That is a little disappointing. And it's not just in this business. I feel like that's, for me, even looking at some of the things that I do and just some of the people that I know and where we come from, I see the competition thing a lot more than kind of like each one teach one.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. Which is what I'm used to growing up, is the each one teach one thing. So yeah.
But and there's nothing wrong with friendly competition to say, you know what I mean? I'm here. This is what I do. I stand out in what I do because what I do is, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I just think that I think everybody needs somebody. And I think there's a lot of benefit in just being that somebody, because in order to get help, you have to give help.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna give you help if you can't get it yourself too.
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about like leaving here, taking your business elsewhere? And if you did, anywhere in the United States or somewhere else, maybe you want to go international, top 3 places that you would choose? You
know what? I consider moving all the time. That was one of the reasons why I moved to the Canton area. I've been in Akron my whole life. My clientele base started there. I had a really good clientele base, but it was like, can you make it outside of your area? Can you go somewhere else, rebrand, and survive? Because that's what business is. So I came to the Canton area, and it's pretty good so far. But I definitely think long term, I would love to go out of state. I'm not really sure where. Okay. As long as it's a hair capital and it's money to be made, I'm definitely willing. Yeah.
Do you ever look at other places, like the hair culture in other areas? Like, have you visited places that you enjoyed, like their hair culture?
I wouldn't say necessarily that. I look at things from a price range. So I pretty much look at other places and see what they're charging in those areas and kind of cost of living and what it would take to actually be able to move your entire business. So I look at it from that point, because I feel like if you're good at what you do, you can prosper anywhere. But you have to have a strong foundation. So not to go anywhere blindsided, you got to do your research and what, you know what I mean, it takes to survive in a different area.
Okay. I like that you look at the cost of living too, because it's like, all right, yeah, I can run this business, but if they're only charging this and the cost of living is this, it's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
So we speaking a lot. I really want to speak kind of to like the younger generation with this. Is that what 3 values do you think that the younger generation should have?
Professionalism. Okay. Professionalism is not taught like it should be. And unfortunately, I didn't learn professionalism in cosmetology school. I learned professionalism because I'm a medical assistant, because I'm a pharmacy tech, and those are professional skills where you have to have manners and values, and you know what I mean. And so I think that is one of the things that needs to be elaborated on, because I don't care how good you are, how much skill you have, if your attitude is garbage, you're going to limit the amount of money you make, because people are not going to want to support if you're not appreciative to their dollar. When I go spend somewhere, I want to know you want my business. I need you to, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Give me energy. I need big energy. Make me want to come up off this money. You know what I mean? I want to, here you go, girl. I want to be happy spending my little tools and fuse, because people work really hard for their money. Mm-hmm. So for me to give you my money and you got an attitude, or you know what I mean? It's just, and I see it a lot because I deal with the public. You know what I mean? So like, that's like, oh my gosh, that's, I be at a loss for words when I see how unprofessional people are. Even me as a stylist reaching out to other stylists. I got a head full of hair. Right. I don't not want to comb my hair every day. So I've reached out to other braiders and inquired on services and didn't feel like their response was professional. And I never booked with them. So, you know what I mean? So just in that, as being the customer, you kind of see more. And so, but to me, I just take what I didn't feel like was good dealing with other people, and I use that to better myself as a business owner.
Oh, man. Yeah. Always wonder how that feels when you're a hairstylist and you want to get your hair done. And I know some people, your hair is done, but some stylists don't get their hair done as often. And people always want to say, how you stylish? You don't ever get your hair done. But like, doing this is very different than doing this.
It's very different. Okay, that's a whole different body language.
But working on your own head is very different than working on somebody else's head. Like, you got to stretch different. Mm-hmm. Like, no, it's not the same. It's not that easy.
Not the same at all.
What you said, because they could also be kind of turned off by the way people and their professionalism is.
Yeah, sure. And then when you are a stylist, it's hard to work with people who are in the same profession as you, right? Because everybody has a certain way of doing it, and you kind of critiquing them. Not on purpose, but you notice how they move because you're in the same profession. That's like a chef. Most chefs don't like other chefs' food, because they season it different, they cook it different, you know what I mean? They prepare different. So it's just that, and I think a lot of stylists don't want to deal with that when it comes, because I'm looking at your product, you looking at my product, what you use, I don't use that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of pay attention to detail when it's your field that you work in.
That's fair. You do. I did it when I used to work at Subway and go to other Subways. Even, and I don't eat there anymore, but even still, sometimes if I go in there with somebody else and I'm looking and I'm just like,
they ain't doing that right. They ain't prepping that right. They ain't changed them gloves.
Like
you feel me? You just notice things. Like, that's like anybody, even in sports. If you got somebody who plays sports, when they watch sports, they critiquing it from every angle, because they know they have a deeper awareness of that field.
I find myself doing that in basketball sometimes. At the game, I mean, these professional paid players make more than me, and I'm like, why you?
Right. What's going on with your stance?
Why you passing it right there? Why you take too long to snap if I'm watching football? Like, come on.
Yeah. You think it too hard. Just do it.
I appreciate you sharing with me today. 2 more questions, because I almost forgot. 2 more questions. One thing is for any body aspiring to get into the hair field. Let's talk braiders, because I like that advice you gave about braiders. Mm-hmm. Let's say youth interested in getting started learning how to braid. Do you have any advice for them?
Man, YouTube University is free. You can get on there and you can learn almost anything you want. And if you can't find it on there, go to some of these shops. Try to shadow these stylists who are already in the game, because school will teach you how to pass state board. It is not going to it's not going to teach you how to perfect your skill. learn from the people around you. Like, I work with some of the best in the industry, and I learned a lot just from being in their presence. And if you have a good personality and you respectful, people won't mind working with you and teaching you because they see that quality of what you will possess. So having a hand in that gives them a self gratification. Like, dang, I probably helped them to the next level in life, right? So everything is about how you approach situations. You know what I mean? But definitely, like, find a mentor, not only in the hair field, but find a business mentor. Find somebody who can teach you how to invest in yourself properly, because the objective shouldn't be to stand behind a chair for the rest of your life. Your objective should always be elevation. So whether you start doing hair and then you open up your own shop, or if you invest in selling a product, whether it be braiding hair or bundles, or this is $1 billion industry. So find how to make money. There's a million different ways to make the same dollar.
Yes, snapping over here. Thank you for that, Jim. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Like, you was okay speaking to me a little bit. Like, yeah, I need to learn more about the business side of things as I'm moving through some of the stuff that I'm doing. So that's just really, really good advice. And it's not nothing that they teach you in school. You'd be lucky if you have a family member or somebody who know a little bit of something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to restructure the way that we teach those after us. Yeah.
And it's crazy because now, like, trades are where the security is, because a hands-on job is the only thing that won't be complaced with AI and computers. So if you find you a hands-on skill, you're always going to be needed. Unless robots start breaking, baby, I'm always have a job.
If robots start breaking, please let me be watching that from a different place, please.
If that thing malfunction in your head, I just feel like you're gonna have a patch missing. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Lastly, I really want to know how you can be found. Like, can you tell the people how they can find you, whether it's social media or websites? How can they find you?
So I have a booking website on Vagaro, and it's under Hairology House of Beauty. I'm also on social media, Instagram and Facebook, and Google me, baby. Yeah, my internet presence is pretty good. It's pretty easy to find, so I'm out there.
Well, I just want to thank you again for sitting with me. I really appreciate you spending this time to do an interview with me, and also let the people get a chance to know you.